Personally, I've always been a really big fan of the temples in Soul Reaver 2. Each one has a pretty different theme. Like you can see, this one is, I'd almost say it's sort of Aztec-y, whereas the previous ones are sort of Middle Eastern and a little bit classical. They did a lot of work with the architecture in these areas, and it really pays off in my opinion. Of course, in each of these areas there's little things that tie everything together. You can see the Reaver symbol everywhere, symbols of the different elements. Here, an obvious puzzle that you need to use the light Reaver to hit this, I don't know what the hell that thing is, a magic torch. And in doing so, the light magically unbrickifies that brick wall. Which makes sense. Oh, and yeah, just so you know, for some reason, the A button on my controller is acting up pretty terribly. There's going to be a few cuts in this video, simply due to the fact that I keep trying to jump, and, like, the wings are just not opening. That's the only apology I get that's happening here. Everything else is either just me sucking or something. But we're going to get through it. This controller will not beat me. Let's see if we can do some old Soul Reaver 1 style action where we hide. Nope, that didn't work. I just really don't want to fight all these Slua. Let's try this again. There we go. And we can skip most of this crap. Okay, so here we are in the Air Forge. Wow, that was a shock. What the hell? I'm pretty certain this is the only time they even do this or show up in this temple. It's very odd and kind of jerkish. Not really sure why they would do this to you other than to make you go, hey, remember demons? Have some. Okay, you're done. Go ahead and move on. So now we have access to the main area of this temple. This is actually where the forge is eventually going to be. And you can see more of that crazy art style. Really love the look of this area and the swirling tempest of clouds around. Very unique and actually pretty memorable. This is one of the few temples I remember very well. It's got a good style to it. So unfortunately, the only urns are down here. And we can't get back up there now. Let me get some health real quick. We'll take care of the urn in a second. Thankfully, there's just some free-floating souls down here, so if you ever need to come back and get health, this is a great place to do it. No Slua to deal with. Anyway, as I was saying, the only urns are actually down here on the bottom, and we're now unable to get back up to the top to use them to open the forge, which seems pretty simple. It just needs to be shot at by some elemental Reavers. So in this case, you can see that there's clearly a darkness symbol on this wall, which means you need the darkness Reaver to open the gate right here. This temple really illustrates pretty much everything you need to do the entire way throughout, except for a few minor bits at the end of each puzzle. So here, obviously, you need a Dark Reaver. In a few seconds, we'll need it more, and you'll see a lot of stuff written on the walls everywhere. But the endings get pretty tricky and interesting, and I actually like the puzzles here. They're quite better than any of the stuff we've dealt with before. And thankfully, there's not too many blocks involved. So first things first, we're going to need to open up that gate in the back. Now the whole purpose of this puzzle, which the camera is nicely showing you, is to get up into that little hut up there. Now this is going to be a theme in all the puzzles down here. There's actually 3 rooms, and the goal is to get up there. By the way, check out these nice floating weapons. Okay, that makes sense. So this area is climbable, and you're going to be using this a lot in this puzzle. And you can see over here is a bridge. Now very handily, this bridge obviously connects to a movable block. Much easier to tell than even half the things in Soul Reaver 1. But moving this block will activate a sentry eye. And of course we've got some vampires to deal with. Whatever. They're not really spaced out in a manner that makes it so that you could even kill yourself with a Reaver, so it's fine to just go ahead and take them out. Whoops. Go away. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Try to see if I can sneak the block without picking up that sword. Ha! Got it. Take that sword, you're nothing. And that looks like one too many, so we'll go ahead and push it back real quick. So, now that we have this thing, we can actually open up this gate, which was the whole thing we needed to do in the first place. And the ending section of this little puzzle is actually timed. So, first thing first, we need to take care of this sentry eye. And then we head back over to get the light Reaver. Oh, crap. Oh, this is going to make me waste some time. Hopefully we get lucky. Oh god, no. Okay, be right back. Alright, doing it again. This time without a shade bothering me. So, that was simple enough. My advice, kill the shade first, then try the puzzle. Anyway, from here it's simple. We don't even have to do anything. Now that we have the light Reaver, we can just jump across. Now, if you tried this with the darkness Reaver, you'll see that once you're across here, of course, there's a jewel, and you can't activate it without the light Reaver. So it forces you to do the puzzle again. Really, without foreknowledge, you'll kind of end up doing this a lot. But one big tip is make sure that you have a light Reaver by the end of the puzzle. Creepy. Alright, we're going to speed this up just because this walk takes a long time, and it's actually really boring considering that nothing can attack you while you're holding something. Oh, and another tip, the place you need to go is always directly across from where you are. So you can just jump straight down and head through. And you'll come to one of these. Said the other place was Temple of Doomy. This is really Temple of Doomy. Also reminds me of Aladdin. Aw, good little soul. Oh shit, monsters! So, yeah, this animation. Like, I understand what they were going for, but that really didn't pull it off. Anyway, now that he's found his diamond in the rough, he blows some steam up this wonderful tunnel. And the whole purpose of this area is to do that 3 times.